What's up?
Yeah, it's already recording, yeah.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is the Mermail Master and Team Time Riders Fudgems.
Dark one.
Cypher MNG.
Cosmo.
And
So
we're here
what
today.
the hell was that?
He said.
Cosmo!
I'm gonna freak out.
Yo! The way he said it, Cosmo! Cosmo!
Hey, birth of a nation, guys. Birth of a nation.
Birth of an Asian.
Birth of a nation.
Oh, birth of an Asian.
Done.
Jordan's birthday. All right, guys. Well, today, I am back here today with my updated.
I choose you.
My updated spiral deck profile, and as you guys may or may not know, I love pure spirals. And I don't
like
fucks
pure
with
of anything.
Man, I don't fucks with any of that, like that ancient fairy dragon shit and sleeper turbo people are pulling, because truthfully, you know, this deck is all about espionage and spying.
Yeah, you should
And
run. You should run.
You want to
Mrs.
run this
Radiant.
as pure as possible.
Mrs.
I'm gonna
Radiant.
run Mrs. Radiant.
Wait a
in
minute,
here.
does this deck
But-
even run an extra deck?
This deck does run an extra deck. I don't have the extra deck right now with me, but
yeah.
I can explain to you guys
Mrs.
some of the
Radiant.
cards that I play. I did trade my Miss Radiant away for a secret rare first edition monolith.
You bitch.
Oh yeah.
Woo woo.
But yeah, that's a story for another day. But in any event, guys, I'm going to bring you this deck profile, and feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. So
I
let's
gave
get
all
into
my
it.
good luck to Dockwell. That's why he was able to pull those.
Yep.
Good job, Dark one.
So to start off, we've got three of the main man right here, Spiral Super Agent.
What do you do?
Without Spiral Super Agent, this deck will not run. Spiral Super Agent, once per turn, you can reveal him in your hand, declare whether the top card of your opponent's deck is a monster, spell, or trap card, and if you declare it correct, you can special summon it to your hand. And when this card is special summoned in the field, by the effect of a Spiral card, doesn't necessarily have to be himself, but can be something like Big Red or like Assault or Rescue. You get to pop one spell or trap card that your opponent controls. Really, really good card. He's the centerpiece of the deck, and a lot of cards require him to function. Now, the next card we're running is 3 copies of Spiral Tough, and this is a personal choice. A lot of people don't like this, but I think Spiral Tough is a fantastic, fantastic card. He doesn't really special summon himself like normal, but if you have him in the hand, or if you have Spy Gal Misty, Tough plus a Super Agent allows you to equal a rank 4. Until we get into our brand new boy, young Double Helix up in Circuit Break, man, that card will make you splooge buckets, man. But
It's to destroy back row.
this guy,
Oh my god.
It has to destroy back row.
what, Double Helix?
Whatever. You know.
No, so this
back
guy-
row is it's a
This guy
problem.
right here, he can destroy back row monsters, anything. You just summon him, declare whatever card is on the top of your opponent's deck. You declare it right, you get to pop a card on the field. So he's a guy who you want to see in Search second turn. Missy's who you want to see on first turn.
Misty.
And then, I am the only one who is running 3 drones.
Are you sure you're the only one that's running 3 drones?
Well, at least for now. So 3 drones is going to be tantamount once the Link monster comes out. But I love drone. Like drone is just probably one of the most versatile cards in this deck outside of Quick Fix. Quick Fix gets you everything, but drone basically turns that advantage into something. So you can discard drone, of course, to get quick fixes. But drone has 3 separate effects that are all very, very useful.
I'll run you at 3.
Gotta run it at 3.
Gotta run you at 3.
I ain't gonna take it out for nothing else.
3 effects.
3.
3. Place at 3. You get 1 of each.
But anyway, so drone, when he's normal or special summoned in the field, you can look at the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck, organize them in any order. Then, at any point, as a quick effect, you can tribute drone and make a super agent on your side of the field permanently gain attack power equal to the number of cards your opponent controls times 500. So super agent can get huge under drone. And then lastly, when drone is tributed to the graveyard, you can banish him and any other spiral card in your graveyard to allow you to add a super agent from your graveyard back to your hand. So triple recurring right there, and he's also a machine dupe target. Now, I don't need to explain this next card, but it's 3 quick fixes.
Oh my god.
This card is the nut. This card is the absolute nut. Quick Fix plus Machine Dupe will equal fields unlike anything you've ever seen. It's 2 cards, and then when you normal summon Quick Fix, you get to search a Spiral Gear card, and there are multiples of them, including Drone in here. You get to search a Spiral Gear card from your deck to your hand, and then it's not a hard once per turn. So if you machine dupe into 2 other quick fixes, you get 3 separate searches. And when the Link monster comes out, you can link 2 of these guys into Double Helix, get Double Helix out, who's treated as Super Agent, and then if you have at least 2 cards in your hand,
You could pop back row.
nope, you can get these quick fixes back. Because you discard 1 card from your hand, special summon quick fix, but you have to banish it. But if you're overlaying your quick fixes or you're doing like other crap with them,
You don't have to worry about that.
you don't have to worry about this at all. But you can go into Mrs. Radiant.
Miss
with
Ray,
this.
yeah.
This is radiant.
Mrs. Radiant. And then we got 3 copies of Spiral Gear Last Resort.
Oh snap!
The Bomb. This card is amazing. You equip this to any Spiral card, not just a Super Agent. The card cannot be targeted or destroyed by battle or card effects. And you can send 1 other card on your side of the field. I believe it's a Spiral card. You can send it to the graveyard to allow the monster to attack directly.
I play
if
my
you've got a-
Zion, bounce him back, bounce it to your hand.
I would cry. But if you got Super Agent on the field, you can equip this to him, and if you do a drone effect, you can attack directly. So if your opponent's got something like a Masterpiece or something out there, you know, a monster that's indestructible by battle, you just can't get over it.
I got it.
You just summon this guy and attack directly.
Guys, all you gotta do is just activate Brainwash. That's it.
Dark
Man,
World.
only you will play that because of Dark World.
My first video coming out 2018.
2018.
2018.
The next card we got is 2 copies of Spy Gal Misty.
Misty.
Not a lot of people like her, not a lot of people run her. I wish she was a Spiral, but I understand why she's not. Because when you summon her and you declare directly off the top of your opponent's
Oh,
deck,
Spy Gal.
you draw a card.
So sexy.
And she's like the bomb girl. So they say she's the one who turned Sleeper rogue.
Got
Is
that
the
right.
is the story behind this, and she's basically like in this card right here. She's on the phone. Nobody knows why, but
Oh boy.
she's probably making that call, making some phone calls. But she's a really cool card, and when you declare directly, you can basically like get back the loss that you have from going first. And she's good at like helping you pump out XYZs, and it's also a legal Kieran on your turn, so you can bounce back. You can bounce back that and then something else on
Whatever happened to Kieran?
band.
Damn.
And then the final card, we got 1 copy of Spiral Sleeper, the insane
No Professor X.
card. This dude right here, he basically banished 3 Spiral cards from your graveyard, special summon this guy to the field,
Whoa.
and then once per turn during either player's turn, you can activate his effect, target 1 Spiral card you control and 2 cards your opponent controls, or up to 2 cards your opponent controls, and pop them.
Oh shoot.
But the effect says pop them, which means the Spiral Sleeper does not check to see if the cards were actually popped. Which means if you have Spiral Sleeper equipped with Spiral Gear Last Resort, you can attempt to pop Spiral Sleeper himself. Last Resort will protect himself from getting popped. And then you just pop 2 cards, once on your turn, once on your opponent's turn. And if your opponent doesn't out this on the field, you stack this with Spiral Resort. Spiral Resort will allow them to make this untargetable by MST or Twin Twister. And you just build like a field of this. So that's what a lot of the Sleeper Turbo decks do, is focus on getting this guy out, have a bunch of protection, and then do that. But I wanted to keep this build pure, because, you know...
You don't run the Professor X girl? The one that's in the wheelchair, I think?
Nah, I don't run her, but I'm gonna run her once the next thing comes out. That's Spiral Master
yeah.
Plan. She's amazing with the new Link monster, and I ran her in one of my previous builds, but I ended up taking her out because there's no real way to get her from the out of the deck. But with
what
the new
about
Spiral
the back
monster,
row?
well, the back row is coming. Are you ready for this? So that's it for the monsters. We got 3 Spiral Resort. This card is amazing. This card, once per turn, you can search a Spiral monster from your deck to your hand, and then so that's any Spiral monster that you want, including your Sleeper. And then any Spiral cards you control on the field cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects,
Oh,
which
snap.
means
No Trident.
no dryness, none of that. Which means if you have something equipped with this guy, Resort makes him, as an equip card, untargetable. Wow. So they gotta pop your Resort, then they gotta pop your thing until they can get to your Super Agent. So that's huge. Wow. But Spiral Resort's one downside is you have to shuffle a monster back during each turn. Otherwise, it gets destroyed, and that's a mandatory effect. So if you have this out first turn, field a monster in your graveyard if you want Resort to stay around. But I think it's a very fair restriction considering how busted this card is. And the next card we got from way in the beginning, guys. I'm still running Spiral Race Car right here. Spiral Gear Big Red. Fetch a monster. Fetch a Spiral monster from your graveyard. Make him indestructible by battle. Triggers Super Agent. Triggers, whatever you special summon. Triggers Quick Fix. All of these guys.
I just wanted to let you know.
Fuck.
Bro, I gotta show you that video after this. Dude, what in the world is this?
Next card we got, of course, is the 3 Machine Dupes. You can't have.
Oh my god.
I'm convinced Spirals are going to be the deck that makes this card go to 1. I'm going to be sad.
Most all this deck is all machine.
I'm going to be sad.
From this guy.
Yep. Spiral Quick Fix plus this guy equals like a full field, full of monsters. If you don't got that Ash Blossom, you got to get this to stop this combo because this shit's going to come
But they're
off when
not
Circuit Break
ultimate
drops.
though. They're not
It
ultimate.
doesn't matter if it's ultimate.
yeah.
This will tie a deck game max rarity.
Don't worry.
These guys are
We'll
rare.
get him soon.
He's a high rarity.
These guys are rare.
He needs it.
Nah, not for this. Like this was the deck that I picked up just to play it.
Who knows it?
And then I didn't realize I had 3 of these until today. But 3 rank up Magic the 7th.
Why the hell would you play that?
Why the hell would you play this, you're asking? Rank up Magic the 7th one is a fantastic card. You make a lot of XYZs in this deck.
But what if that you don't draw it? What if you have draw it and like have it in your hand?
What if you have it in your hand?
Yeah.
So, if you have this card in your hand, and you make an XYZ monster, you can discard this from your hand to your graveyard to special summon number 99 Utopic Dragon.
Oh yeah.
And so all you need is just like
But Link Summon though.
no. So you see, Link Summon. I was running like some other stuff before this. I wanted to run Utopia Kaiser, which you can't do anymore. But during Link Summon, all you have to need is 1 rank 1 XYZ Utopia monster. So I pretty much run like any rank Utopia monster. So I run Utopia Roots or Hope Roots. And to summon Utopic Dragon, you have to select that monster, discard a rank up from your hand, and then overlay into that. So this has actually a lot of use in your hand. I had rank up Magic Quick Chaos in here before, as well as rank up Magic Don Thousand's Admiration, which are both good cards. But with the switch during Link format, I ultimately took them out. I really did not realize I had three 7th ones. I thought I had 2.
Wow.
Well, I guess you don't remember everything.
I think Emily he has that card.
Next card, of course, is 2 Foolish Burial Grounds.
You had that card?
Charlie was looking for those.
Yeah, I'm looking for one too.
You need one? Well,
Yeah.
I'm planning on taking this out of the deck anyway. So.
I need this. I need this for my side friends. Hey, did you
Yeah, no, this is a really great card. Send most of your Spiral Gears to the Spiral missions to your graveyard where they can activate their effects in there and get you back monsters and all that stuff. But ultimately, like I feel like this card is not totally like beneficial in certain situations, and it can be a -1 if you don't have your field and grave set up. So. I might take this out and just throw in the terraformings, but it was something that I was testing out, or MSTs. But that's what Sleeper's for.
Yeah, back row.
And for the next card, 1 Spiral Mission Assault. I need 1 more of these guys. If you guys have Spiral Mission Assault, really great card. If your opponent has a monster destroyed by a Spiral monster by battle or by card effect, you get to draw a card. And this card is destroyed during the 3rd end phase after activation. But super good. And then when it's in your graveyard, banish it and allows you to special summon something from your hand. So this was the main way that I used to get out Master Plan. But now that she's not in here. This card, Spiral Gear Fully Armed. Great card. Maximum Crisis did Spiral so freaking well.
Oh my god.
That was my stuff. That was my stuff.
I gave him that card.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Because he plays Spyro, so I don't play him.
Why do you want it on 1? No, not
Why I run it at 1? Because it becomes redundant at any number more than 1. Because it's an equip card that requires itself to be equipped to Super Agent. So it gives Super Agent 1,000 attack and then basically turns it into a Kaiku. So any card that you destroy by battle, you can banish that card, as well as 1 face-up card on your opponent's field or in their graveyard, And then if this card is sent to the graveyard or destroyed or whatever, special summon a super agent from your graveyard. So this is good. It can also fetch back double helix as well. So if you pop this with sleeper, you can just get another super agent on the field, clear their field, and just go in for game. Then we got Rhoda, searching super agent, and typical foolish burial. Really great for getting things to the grave. If you just open up the big red, you can special summon and go off without using your normal. So that's it for the spells, and now moving on to the trap cards. 2 copies of Spiral Gear Utility Wire. Before, a lot of people were not really running this card. I love this card. I think it's fantastic. Take a card, and basically, if you control a super agent, or Tough, who also counts as super agent, shuffle or put a card back on the top of your opponent's deck. And the reason why that's super good is because if you put a card back on the top of your opponent's deck, you know exactly what that card is going to be. So when it comes to your turn, that card's still going to be on the top, and you can declare whatever the heck it is. Reveal that card, of course. Your opponent still has to draw it next turn, but you can do all your plays on that relation. And then we got 2 Spiral Mission Rescues. Really good card as well. Flip this up once per turn during either player's end phase. Fetch a Spiral monster from your graveyard back to your hand. It's a little bit redundant considering that there is a lot of graveyard to hand recursion from monsters, not enough for the spells and traps, which I think is one thing that the spirals are like that the deck sort of needs. But this is also a very, very good card. And then when it's in your graveyard, even if you send it there by Foolish Burial Goods, you get to activate its effect, banish it from the graveyard during any turn, and special summon a Spiral out of your grave. And then the final card we're running, which not a lot of people are as well, is 1 copy of Spiral Mission Recapture. And this card is kind of the same. It's on-field effect whenever you special summon a Spiral monster. So if you have Rescue or something like that, special summon whenever you special summon a Spiral monster, you get to take a monster your opponent controls until the end of the turn. Ooh. So if you steal like a Dryden or something like that, they don't pop this, whatever. It basically can allow you to do that. And then you can banish this from your grave as a quick effect to make a Spiral monster you control in a turn indestructible by battle or card effects. So that is the entirety of the Spiral deck. A little bit about like what I would have had for the extra deck, if I remember to bring it, guys. We have the a lot of the rank 1 support, the brand new card, the Sylvan monster out of the pack. Ghost Trick Dullahan was in here, Utopia and Lightning were in here, as well as Utopic Dragon to get those 7th ones. And then I would run Tachyon Dragon, except I like to do fun shit, so I have Noble Seraph and Noble Demon, number 102. Really, probably the weakest of the over 100 numbers, but it's kind of cool. When I got it off against Nikolai. It's you summon it and then detach 1 material to negate a monster on your opponent's side of the field, turn its attack to 0, and then when you detach the last material, which you usually only have 1 under 7th one, you get to burn them for 15. So you burn them for 15 and then attack in for 29, which is stupid. Stupid, but like most people just want to do the Tachyon play, negate their opponent's whole field, and then swing in for 45. But I'd rather just negate 1 monster and swing in for 29. So, that's pretty much what it is. I still love the rank up spirals, but I will change this and optimize this deck. I don't know whether or not the rank up stuff is going to stay in here when double helix drops. Just mostly because I don't know whether or not there's going to be enough room for it. I liked playing rank up spirals until this point, and this has always been a deck that I was afraid that it was just going to be treated like UAs or whatever, but Konami really did us good with this, and it's a fantastic one of the funnest decks I've played in a long time. And if you guys like the profile, please feel free to build it. So that is my deck profile. Thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, I'd like to give a shout out to the one and only. What's your name? Darklo.
Sacramento.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked the video, please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And as always, keep it stuck to Team Time Riders for more awesome content just like this.
Also, watch out for Darko deck profile too.
Coming 2018.
I choose you.